Hello Taurus, Elsie here to do a bonus read for you. How are you? And I hope you're well. Thanks so much for stopping in here. And for those of you who really hate when I call y'all the Bull Gang, welcome to the Bull Gang. Look, I'm a Taurus sun. You don't get to tell me what words I get to use. You could choose to be here, or you could choose to not be here, but nonetheless, I'm going to do what I'm going to do. I am the Hierophant after all. I'm going to keep my path regardless of how you feel about that. So I'm here to do a bonus read for my Bull Gang, and it is for the current to the future energy, and that's how it goes down when I do a bonus read. So welcome here. If you are interested in a private read, you will know about that information at the end of this reading if you're interested in sticking around. Let's find out what's going on for you, Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. What is coming up in these energies for Taurus? Please tell me about Taurus. Tell me about Taurus. We've got the Knight of Swords. Got the Justice card. Ooh, and the Wheel. Taurus, it feels like something is going to come to a place of justice for you soon. The Knight of Swords is telling me, because it's facing into the past, it feels like it is something that's catching up to you. It feels like there is something that is showing up quickly or kind of aggressively, I'm going to say, and it's a decision that I think is being made in your favor. The Wheel of Fortune being here tells me something's about to expand and get very abundant. It is changing everything. This balance or this justice that you're getting here is changing everything, and it comes with some sort of message from the past that catches up to you in the current energy here. It catches up to you in the present. Oh my God, y'all, we're just in the shadow phase and I can barely talk already. I'm already tripping on my words. Be patient with me. I'm from the 1900s. Be patient with me. Let's find out what's going on, Taurus. We've got the Empress. We've got the Five of Swords. I think you've been fighting change, I think is what this is. I think you've been fighting change, but it's not, you've been fighting change for the sake of change, Taurus. I feel as though you don't like the C word. You don't like the change, right? And so I feel as though the cycle is moving forward and taking you with it. With it, it's bringing justice, but I think that first you have to get through the change, which is the uncomfortable part for you. The Empress is here. And so I feel it's as if you've been waiting for something to come into balance here, but it is also as though you've been fighting change. It feels like you are not comfortable with this change. We do have this Six of Cups. I'd like to know what the Six of Cups is all about, because it feels like it is something, I'm going to say, that's coming from the past, but it doesn't feel like a person. It feels like information, that something that maybe you thought that, okay, fine, it's just not going to work out in my favor, I'll just leave it back there. Maybe it's a legal thing for some of you. Maybe you've been waiting to hear, but something that started in the past is now catching up with you in the present moment. Tell me what the Six of Cups is. Tell me what the Six of Cups is, please. We have the Page of Cups, we have the Temperance card, and we have the World. And so I feel like there is something that is coming full circle. Something that started is now coming full circle. It's now coming to an end. And it does feel like it is bringing with it some good news, some healing, and some balance. Something is about to be restored, Taurus. This is really good news, but it's really very mysterious. Let's talk about this news. What are we talking about here? We've got the Knight of Swords pointing into the past, but I don't feel like it could be news from the past. It feels like it's news from the past that is catching up to you. Tell me what this is. Could be a Gemini for some of you, or coming from a Gemini. We do have the Three of Swords. We have the Eight of Swords, and we have the Nine of Cups. Whatever this information is, whatever is catching up to you here in the present moment, is something that I feel you felt like you had no power over. Like you felt like you were just stuck. You were stuck in your head, stuck in this place where it's kind of like, I can't really do anything more from here. It's frustrating. It's pissing me off. I feel like the Three of Swords and the Eight of Swords is giving more of a pissed off energy than anything. But I think the Nine of Cups is here because I think that you're about to figure out that whatever was frustrating you, kept you stuck, It feels like that thing is catching up and is bringing good news. Tell me what the Justice card is about here. The Justice card is bringing the Ace of Wands, the Eight of Wands. Yes, it feels like something's catching up with you here. It does feel like it is good news, and I feel like you left it back there or decided that it was just, I'm going to say, too much stress. Like, I don't need this kind of stress. I'm just going to leave it back there. I'm going to take the loss, and I'm just going to move forward because it's not worth the stress that it cultivates here. So it feels like some time has passed, I would say, because the wheel is here. I feel like some time has passed. You've gone through a whole cycle by which you have leveled up into the Empress energy using whatever you've learned in the past. But I feel like now something is here presenting itself. It's good news that's showing up. It's exciting. It's a new path that's opening here. But the fact that it's moving so quickly, I feel, is making you a little bit uncomfortable. This change is coming very quickly. And I think for some of you, it has to do with the Two of Cups. Tell me what this Wheel of Fortune is all about, please. It feels like something's finally being resolved, Taurus. And so the news that comes forward is good news. And you left it back there because you're like, there's nothing I can do. It's out of my hands. The universe has to take care of it. I'm just going to leave it in God's hands. There's nothing I can do about it. Tell me what the Wheel of Fortune is. The Wheel of Fortune is the Page of Wands. It's exciting, possible communication that's coming in divine timing. I think you were waiting to hear about something back there. It is something that I feel you put a lot of work into. Yeah, it feels like you felt as though you put so much work into it, and that's why you didn't want to give up the process. You didn't want to stop contacting people and saying, hey, I'm still checking up on this thing. What are you guys doing with it? It feels like you put a lot of work into something. That thing is coming back round here, and it is showing itself in an exciting communication that's showing up here. Wherever you were stuck, it feels like if you were stuck at a crossroads on something where you felt like you had no power there, it feels like something is showing up here in the future. We've got the Page of Wands who carries a wand, and then we've got the two wands. So we've got three wands. It's like now this thing that you've been waiting on, or you were stuck on, or you put a lot of work or effort into and didn't get anything out of it, like you didn't get any return on this, I feel like it is now showing up in the future energy. And it might be coming via some sort of exciting news or message that something has grown while you took your eyes off of it. We've got the Three of Cups. It's going to be by a means of celebration. We've got the Six of Pentacles. And we've got the Seven of Swords. Very interesting reading here. I hope you can tell me what's going on here, because it makes no sense to me, but I'm just going with what the cards are saying. So we have celebration. We have the Six of Pentacles, which tells me that there was a time where you were putting in a whole lot of work. Somebody wasn't putting in a whole lot of work. You were putting in way more work than the other person was. And I feel like you felt betrayed by that. When you finally left the crossroads and said, look, I'm leaving it back there because I've put in so much work, and I don't want to really put any more effort into this. You just left it back there. I feel like that thing's coming back around, and that this here celebration is going to be because this is going to even out everything, all of the work that you put in that someone else wasn't. Now, in my mind's eye, it looks like you worked really hard toward maybe a certificate or your bachelor's or your master's, or I don't know, something like that. And maybe maybe they said your dissertation wasn't very good enough, or you know what I mean? It feels like you worked really hard and you followed all the rules, and you did everything that you should do. This could be a relationship or a job, and you still didn't get it. I feel like you're going to get it. We've got Libra in the hand, and we've got the Justice card here. So Justice card is Libra. So it feels like something you were putting a lot of effort in and you didn't get a lot out of it, I feel is coming back into balance, and I feel like you're now going to get reciprocal energy. And it feels like it's something you're going to celebrate. You don't see it coming because with the Seven of Swords, I think that at some point you felt stuck at the crossroads. You also felt like, I'm never going to get anything out of this. They must have been just lying because they wanted me to give them all of myself, my money, my effort, my time, and they never intended on giving me anything from it. So it feels like that something here is coming to fruition, and it is coming because of divine timing and destiny. Tell me what this is, please. The moon. And then the universe says, none of your damn business. Somebody out there is going to get it. And if we start digging in, things are not as they seem. This is not a reading for everybody. It's a very general reading. Now take what is yours and leave it. If it doesn't make any sense to you at all, then it's not your reading. But if you know what I'm talking about, please let me know. But the moon energy is Cancer and Pisces energy. Somebody here has a very psychic intuition. This may happen in Cancer season because the moon was just recently, no, Cancer is the moon. The sun is in Cancer and the moon was just recently in Cancer, the new moon, right? And so I feel like something's about to change in your life because we've got change here. And when we have the sun and the moon in the same cycle or the same sign, and I don't think they're together in there anymore, changes from night to day. For an energy reader, for me, that's how I feel it, right? Okay, so I'm not talking about astrology. I'm talking about that's how I feel it. So I feel like something here is not as it seems. There is something that you left back there, as I said, and I feel like this thing is catching up to you, Taurus. Give me more information. Because something is a milestone or an achievement that's coming back around and reaching full circle is what it feels like here. 2 swords. The Seven of Wands is in the reverse and the King of Cups is here. Taurus, it does feel like you were not ready for this thing when it showed up last time. And I always tell you guys, right, in the Judgment card or the Wheel of Fortune, whatever's meant for you will never pass you by. It will never pass you by in that if it comes around and you're not ready for it, it will go around again, but it will come back. And it'll continue to come back round until you see it and see the worth in it. It feels like here with the 2 of Swords and the 7 of Wands in the reverse that you were blocked and you had your boundaries up, which are really tight. This sometimes will happen when we get to a place where we're like, everybody is pissing me off, boom, right? The pendulum swings over here and I'm putting up these blockades or these boundaries and I'm not letting anybody in. It feels like then it went from you letting everybody in to letting no one in, and now it's coming back to center. And it feels like this is the center. It feels like the 2 of Swords is telling me that in order to get your balance, you had to put up boundaries. But over time, you've learned that you could be a little bit more lenient with your boundaries because now you're more focused on what your needs are and what's good for you. So I feel like you can be a little more flexible in your boundaries these days. And I think what you're being flexible with is the King of Cups. I think it's relationships. I think it's emotional energy. I think it's people who come at you and are looking for a date or looking that maybe they're showing you some emotional energy. I think that you are letting people in a little at a time, but only the ones that you trust. Only the ones that are emotionally intelligent, emotionally aware, the ones who can anticipate your needs and who are not going to come at you in fire, but are going to come at you in emotion or psychic energy. So I feel like you were blocking this energy at a certain time where all of your walls were up and you were not taking applications. No, thank you. But I think that you're becoming a little more flexible in how you feel things. And so it feels like it's bringing in something that I think that you're ready for now. Now, I feel like I'm saying that you're ready for it now because I think that when it kept coming back around, Taurus, you didn't see it. You didn't see the value in it. You didn't want it. You didn't date it. You just didn't, you ignored it. You're like, it's not for me. Like you ignored it. Tell me what the World card is, please. Because it feels like something here is coming into balance and coming to full circle here. And it feels like it is something new, maybe in terms of emotional stuff. Tell me about the World card, please. We've got the Hanged Man in the reverse. We've got the Queen of Cups. And we've got the Sun. Isn't that neat? So I feel like the Sun is now on, I feel like now you're paying attention is what it is. You can't not pay attention. You can't not see it because in divine timing, this is the time when you are supposed to see it. I keep saying it, but it could be a person. It could be a situation. It could be something that makes you feel loved, that makes you feel happy, that makes you feel emotionally happy, I think. something that makes you emotionally happy. And that could be just about anything. You can put your label on it. I'm not going to label it. We do have the Hanged Man in the reverse. It feels to me like finally we have the aha moment with the Sun here, and the Hanged Man in the reverse is like no longer holding back. I'm no longer in the perspective. I no longer am in the sacrificial energy. I am now in this energy of love. I'm in this energy of compassion and kindness and love and empathy and psychic energy. And I feel like the Sun is here to let you see all of that. To almost like it's, what's the word? I would say, I think that the Sun is here with the Queen of Cups because something is about to make you emotionally happy. The Sun is here to amplify the Queen of Cups, or put a spotlight on her or him, right? We have the Queen and the King. And I think that the Sun being between the Queen and the King of Cups tells me that you might have a soulmate connection come in, or a connection, even if it's platonic, of somebody who is you're very psychically connected to. So it feels like there is movement here on something that used to make you feel chaotic that now makes you feel calm, because I feel like now you're feeling safe within yourself, so you don't need all of the boundaries all of the time. I feel like you're being a little more flexible, the F word, right? Flexible with your boundaries as it pertains to people who you deem as safe, the ones that you can read. And I think that you can read the ones that are emotional. You can read these ones because these ones are kind of open, right? They're kind of open and a little bit transparent. Now the King of Cups can keep it under the surface, but I feel like you're going to be able to read it anyway. If you're a person who reads energy, if you're a person who can feel the energy of others, I feel like if you are the King, you trust the Queen. If you're the Queen, you trust the King. Because I feel like you see each other as the mirror. And so this person is mirroring back to you your energy and vice versa. All right. I hope that makes a little bit of sense. Tell me what the outcome is here. Well, maybe we should talk about the Page of Cups. Tell me what the Page of Cups is here. We've got the 8 of Pentacles, we've got the 6 of Swords, and we've got the Fool. So I think that you are moving on from this place of, I feel like you've done a lot of work on yourself, but I feel like you were at this place, Taurus, where you were ignoring everything and just doubling down on the work. So your business, maybe you're just focusing on your business, your Pentacle world, yourself, your whatever course you were taking. It feels like you were doing self-development here, and it feels like you now are letting up on that a little bit. I think that this was a distraction a little bit, and it was a distraction because you were like, I'm tired of waiting for this. I'm tired for waiting for this to happen. I'm tired of waiting for divine timing to show up. And so I feel like you were distracting yourself with work, whatever kind of work that was. It could be you went and took a course at school, you went back to school, you started a business, maybe a side hustle, maybe you're writing, maybe you're painting. It feels like you were working on self-development, whatever that means to you, and you were waiting for the door to open. Well, I feel like the door is about to creak open, Taurus, and it's right around the corner. Tell me what the outcome is here after we get through the Wheel of Fortune and this door, the Fool, opens. It's too far for me to reach. I'm just going to leave it there. It's face down. I don't care. Here we go. We got the 10 of Wands. We've got the Judgment card. And we've got the Page of Coins. Taurus, whatever it is, I feel that you will no longer be in financial pressure. You will no longer feel weighed down or under pressure by financial things, by things in the Pentacle world, whatever that means to you. House, home, hearth, car, house, whatever, money, job. It feels like there is a judgment that's being made in your favor, and it's putting you on some sort of different path in life here. Because with the Judgment card, it's about something that we let go. And I think that you did let something go because you said, I'm not fighting this, it's too stressful. If it is, it is, and if it's not, it's not, and I'm just going to leave it there. And I think because you allowed it to die, that you became reborn into a new cycle, which I feel is this cycle of the Ace of Pentacles, which is abundance. And abundance covers a lot of things: good health, good wealth, money, energy. And we have the 5 of Wands. I feel like it took you a long time to get there because you were fighting change. we have the Five of Swords and we have the Five of Wands, and that tells me, 2 5s tells me that things are about to change really quickly. So there's a big change coming, Taurus. A door is opening. For some of you, it could be love. For some of you, it could be money, maybe your business. Maybe it's going to be new clients in your business. I feel like you were distracting yourself with work. You were distracting yourself with work because, and I feel like you were distracting yourself with doing things that are going to be valuable to you, because I think that over here in the Seven of Pentacles, you put a lot of energy and work and time into something and you felt like nothing came from it. So I feel like you're focusing on yourself because you see value in self-mastery. If I work on myself, no one can take that away from me. But I think that whatever it was that was back there that you left is coming back with judgment, whatever is coming back round in this time of retrograde, because Mercury is going into retrograde in Leo, and it's going to get there on the 18th, but we're already in the shadow phase. So things are already starting to come back round. And I feel like for some of you, this could be a person, absolutely. But it feels like for most of you, it's like an opportunity of some sort, a golden opportunity. So whatever it is, I feel like you were fighting the change, but the change is really good. Whatever's on the other side of the Wheel of Fortune here is all of this. Something is not as it seems, and you are going to be taking action and leaving the crossroads, and it is going to be celebratory. For some of you, it could be a person. For some of you, it could be a feeling, and you'll need to tell me what that is in the comments. I hope that made sense. I'm going to go for now. Thank you so much for being here and watching. I do appreciate you, my bull gang. I'm going to go for now. Take care. Love you guys. Bye.